Hello and welcome to Wyoming Knits. My name is Jenny Lee and this is my channel where I like to talk about all of my knitting. Today is Friday, December 22nd and it is episode 22. I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie, Dax. So before I sat down today, I thought, oh, I don't have very many things that I finished. I only have maybe one finished object. But as I was looking back through my show notes, I noticed that some things were still in progress last time. So we'll talk about all the things that I've got finished and all the things that I'm still working on. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. So the first thing I have today that I want to show you is my scrappy socks that I finished. I finished both of my scrappy socks. I made 15 pairs of socks for the girls that I work with in the K1 section of where I work, and so I took a little piece of each of their leftovers and made me a pair of socks. So there's 15 colors in here, and I got to wear these the day that I gifted everybody their socks. The next finished object I have are my last pair of Desert Vista Dye Works socks for the year. These are my December Desert Vista Dye Works socks. This is the Llamas and Pajamas color. And my last finished object is a pair of Christmas socks that I made. We'll put these on the blocker so you can see them. I bought this yarn last year for Christmas to make me some socks, and I made a whole bunch of gift knits instead of making socks for me. So I finished 3 pairs of socks in the last 2 weeks. For my socks, I usually cast on 56 stitches, and I do a 2x2 cuff for 20 rounds. My vanilla socks, I do about 70 rounds for the leg, and I do a slip stitch, heel flap, a heel turn, and then gusset decreases to get back down to 56 stitches, and then I do like a wedge for my toe where I decrease every other round until I get down to 14 stitches on the front and on the back, and then I decrease every round until I'm down to 8 on the front and the back, and then I Kitchener the toe. So all of these socks were for me. I am working on more socks for me. It felt like I had not completed any socks for me in a very long time, and I was ready to do some selfish knitting. And so that's all my finished objects, and we'll go into everything that I've been working on. The first pair I have is in a bag that I got from Knit for Brains. And I have one finished, so I'll put that on the blocker for you. I did the Morning Coffee Socks by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady, and this is Pretty Twisted yarn, and this is the Festive AF color she did last Christmas. So I ordered this last Christmas and just never got around to getting a pair done for myself. And I think I Kitchenered the toe last night and started on the next one. So this one I did 56 stitches. I did a 2x2 cuff for 20 rounds, and then I went right into the morning coffee socks pattern. It says to do the repeat 11 times. I did it 12 times on this one, just for a taller leg and to use more yarn. So that was the first one I have. Let's put that. My next one is in a bag I got from Happy Mermaid Yarn. And it is a U-Knit I Dye sock set. And I think this is just their, I think she said Christmas sock set. And so it did come with a mini. I wound up the red mini. And here is the yarn. And here is the sock. I'm doing the String of Lights pattern by Lindsay of Sock Witchery. I did 20 rounds for the cuff, 2x2 rib, cast on 56 stitches. I'll do this for about 70 rounds and then start on the heel. Even if these are not done by Christmas, that's okay. I will have Christmas socks for next year. And then my next pair of socks I'm working on is the Wollens and Nosh Advent socks. I do not have yesterday's color or today's color, so I don't have the 21st or the 22nd in there. I'm only up to the 20th, so I will show those. I'll show the bag first. So here is the bag that it came in. And then I have both socks. I'm doing these at the same time so I could get each stripe in. I cast on 56 stitches, did 20 rounds for the cuff, and it came with a pattern this year. It's called the Peace and Joy socks from KnittenKristen. Just a fun little kind of chevron pattern. So I think after I record today, I will probably go ahead and finish these up, put the toe on, and be ready to just move on. So I did a slip stitch, heel flap. I did 12 colors for the leg, and I'm hoping to get 12 colors for the toe. I think I did 14 colors last year when I did mine, and then put in the heel, and then I had to do two more colors of the repeat. So we'll work on those ones today after I get done. The next Advent thing I've been working on is my blanket for my daughter. I made my own Advent this year, and I've been letting her open it. She's not as excited as I am to open all of the yarn, but this one is hers, and I let her open each color. I ordered some mini skeins from Yarn Cafe Creations probably all the way back in like March or April, and put them in little bags and forgot what colors they were, and so it was a surprise for me every time she opened them also. So we'll go from the beginning. So this is as far as I've gotten, just about this far. I think I'm on, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm on color 10. I am behind. These last 2 weeks have been busy at school. I got sick. There was a couple of days where I just really didn't want to knit on anything. I got behind on my socks a little bit, and so I'd have to catch up on a couple of days of those. My voice was going in and out, but I had to make it through the last few days of school. We had to go Monday and Tuesday, but now we're off for Christmas break. We get 14 days off, and so that's just living in my little tote bucket I got from my mom a couple of years ago. And so that's all the Advent stuff I've been working on. I have been opening other Advents, but we'll get to that at the end. The other thing I've been working on is my Stria cardigan. I really, really love working on this. I was working on this a couple of nights ago, getting ready to split for sleeves. I was like, I just want to get down to where it's time to start putting the sleeves on hold. I started knitting. It said knit until you get to the markers, put this many stitches on hold. I did not have that many stitches. I counted again. I went back to the beginning and counted to where the markers would go, figured out how many stitches I was short, went back and reread the pattern to see if I was missing, like, if I was supposed to put the raglan increases in there. Then I went and I counted all of the stitches to see if I had the right amount, because in the pattern it says you should have this many total, this many in this section, this many in this section, this many in this section, and I was short 16 stitches. So I went back, and you can see where the increases are. So here's an increase, here's an increase, here's an increase. I am missing an increase between here and here. I should have increased right here. And I have all of this done. So I don't think I can fudge it at all. I think I'm going to have to rip back. I'm going to try to rip back to this section right here. If this was stockinette, I know I could do that, but this is half fisherman's rib, where I don't know if you can see, it's almost like brioche, where the stitch from below goes over the top of the new knit stitch, and so you have a stitch and then you have something over the stitch, and I'm not confident I can pick up all the stitches with their little stitch below. So I think I might have to rip it all the way back and start over from the very beginning. But this is such a fun project that I don't think I care. I think I want to rip back all the way to the beginning and just start over. I might put in a different purple right here just because it kind of gets lost. I might find a different one in my Row 1 minis, or find a different purple mini that's a light purple that doesn't quite blend in as much with this gray. So I think I'm going to do that. So I wanted to show you, I made it this far since last time, but I will be ripping back and starting over. So I was just waiting to record before I ripped everything back. So this might go in timeout until after Christmas, or I might get ambitious and just rip it all out today. I am using KnitPicks Stroll Tweed in the Earl Grey Heather color, and some minis I got from Happy Mermaid Yarn. This was one of their flower mini sets. So I really want this cardigan. It's so fun to work on. It's gonna get done. Then I have the Harvest cardigan, Living in a Bag by Bags by Awesome Granny. I have made it a little bit further on this. I did get my sleeves on hold, and oh, my dragon catches. So I've made about that much progress. So we got the shawl collar at the same time. So let's see if I can hold this up. I'm loving using the app for this, the Tin Can Knits app. So I'm using another KnitPicks. This one is Wool of the Andes in the Haze Heather color. Just slowly plugging away on this one. I've got the app on my iPad, but I've been watching Vlogmas on my iPad, and so I don't think I've opened both of them side by side yet. I can open GoodNotes and YouTube side by side and knit and follow a pattern that way, but I'll keep chugging along on this one. I think it's going to be a warm cardigan to wear this winter and spring. So the last thing I have to talk about that I've been working on is my painting honeycombs. I put a couple more rows on, I think. Let's find, I was right here in this dark blue last time. Put 3 more honeycombs on. So it's about this long. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more pink balls that I want to put on here. I'm using the Lion Brand Mandala Ombre. The pink one is the Serene color, and the blue one is the Mantra color. And I'll just be plugging away on this one over Christmas break. So that's what I've been working on. I have been opening my advents, my countdowns, so we'll go ahead and talk about those ones. The first one I have is Till Torch Knits. I did the My Little Yarnicorn solstice countdown, so that one is finished. I opened the last one yesterday. Let's grab it. So here is day 1 and here's day 21. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. I think I want to make the Scrappy V-back tee. I'm not sure if that's what this will go into yet. I want to finish some other things before I get this started. And then I have the Pretty Twisted Neon Countdown. I have it in this cute little box. So we have the main skein, day 1, and then all of these orange colors, yellow, green, teal, purple, and I'm guessing that we're going to go into pink, so it goes full rainbow of neons. I've got 2 left, the 23rd and the 24th. It came with stitch marker or stitch stoppers, some peppermint tea, and Pretty Twisted Christmas sticker, and some color catchers because neons bleed. I think I'm going to make the the countdown cardie by Skein-Anigans. And so that one, you do this cuff and this cuff in the main color, and then you do day 1, day 1, day 2, day 2, all the way, and it meets in the back where you seam it. And so I think that one will be a fun one to do in neon colors, and I think that is my plans for those countdowns. Yeah, I hope everyone has a great break, great Christmas, holiday season. So I'm gonna get going and finish up my socks, and I will see you probably in the new year. Thanks for watching. Happy knitting.